Hello, 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 ladies. Welcome back to another episode of the Create and Grow Your Dream Business podcast. I'm super excited today because we're going to be talking about how doubt and confidence cannot coexist with each other. So I know you're listening and you're like, Breye'l, I already know that. But guess what? We're talking about it today because doubt still has a funny way of creeping up on you when you're ready to create and grow your dream business. So in this episode today, we're going to be diving in particular about the existence of your confidence and how moving doubt out of the way, recognizing when the feeling of doubt is popping up and being able to move it out of your mindset. We're going to be talking about tips and strategies to help you move through that. So I always get so excited about these talks because this is a type of talk that you can utilize personally and professionally. So in this episode today, we're going to dive deep, 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 okay, into the concept of doubt. And while I'm thinking about this, it's quickly on the top of my mind. I want to actually look up the Webster Dictionary of doubt for you. So that way you can really get a clear understanding of what we're talking about today. So the definition of doubt is to feel uncertain about, right? Or to fear or to be afraid, right? Doubt is defined as a feeling of uncertainty or a lack of conviction. So here it is. Sometimes when you know you're ready to take your life to the next level, when you know you're ready to take your business to the next level, when you know you're ready to take your confidence to the next level, immediately doubt sets in. And I know sometimes it can be frustrating because you don't want to doubt yourself. You don't want doubt to creep in. You want the idea to come. You want to have all of the strategies, all of the structures that is going to take for you to implement your idea, and you want to just do it successfully. But here comes doubt creeping in, letting you know, are you sure you're good for that promotion? Are you sure they're going to respect you as a leader? Are you sure that you should really even start your business because you're already kind of sort of doing something like this at the company that you already work for? That is doubt. And I am here to tell you today that it's time for you to allow that doubt to get out of your brain. Now, again, I'm not the one to tell you that doubt will never creep up. Actually, doubt, again, as we just read in the definition, is in direct correlation with fear. Fear pops up the moment you're about to reach a new level. The moment you know that you should be going for that promotion, going for that level up, going for that next level in your life, inevitably fear is going to creep in because your body is just trying to keep you safe. But what if I told you that your need to always feel safe is keeping you stagnant? What if I told you that your need to always feel safe is what's preventing opportunities from landing right inside of your lap? What if I told you that your need to always feel safe is ruining your confidence? I'm telling you this because I know it to be true, okay? When doubt is popping up, that's a sure sign that you're not being confident. And that's how I want you to start to think about it right now. That's the mindset shift I want you to start to think about. So when you have that great idea, and again, this idea could be a product or service that you want to launch inside of your business. This idea could be that it's time for you to go from being a regular employee at your job and step up into a leadership role. The moment you recognize that the doubt is popping up, I want you to remember, Breye'l said, I'm not being confident. Right now, here it is. Of course, we're being realistic at the same time, right? I don't want you to think that if you never flew a plane before, tomorrow you could just go for your aviation license and just automatically fly a plane. It doesn't work like that. You should doubt your ability to be able to fly that plane, right? But what you should not doubt is your confidence in yourself to be a learner, to be a person who's willing to grow and develop into that aviation person, right? Or what you shouldn't doubt is your ability to be able to Learn what it takes for you to be able to get that license. But you can see how at any level, the doubt will try to pop up and keep you stagnant, right? So when we talk about how doubt and comfortability, when we talk about how doubt and confidence cannot coexist, I want you to see like doubt. Let's start off with confidence. I want you to see how confidence, it's like that friend that's pulling you forward, like, come this way, friend, come this way, friend, come this way, friend. And I want you to see the doubt as your old friend who's pulling you backwards. No, friend, don't go that way. No, friend, you're not going to be happy over there. No, friend, that you don't really know those people over there. Can you see how you will constantly be pulled from frontwards, backwards, left and right, and how you can see that possibly your confidence may pull you 5 steps forward, but what happens when doubt pulls you 7 steps backwards? You're not going to be able to make progress if you can't see that doubt and confidence cannot coexist. Here's another thing also. Doubt is a very low vibrational frequency. And one thing that I teach so often on this podcast, and even when I work with my clients one-on-one, is that your brain can only think one thought at a time, right? It's equivalent to how you can only really sow one seed in the garden at a time. And whatever you sow, is what you're going to reap. So you're not going to sow a tomato seed in expectance to get cucumbers, no matter how much you water it, no matter how much you call a cucumber tomato, no matter how much you call it tomato or cucumber. You're only going to get what you sow. So if you have this great business idea, or if you have this idea to move up in business and leadership, to take another role, to show up more confidently, and only thing you keep thinking of is ideas of doubt, you're going to manifest the negative in the situation because that's all you're thinking about. It doesn't even matter if you put yourself out there every single day, right? In a previous podcast episode, we talked about how many seeds are you willing to plant. Let's say that after listening to that episode, you really leveled up and you were like, you know what, I'm going to sow a whole bunch of seeds. I'm ready. But what happens when only thing you're sowing are seeds of doubt? So yeah, you might reach out to this person for a collaboration, but then you say, they're not going to want to collaborate with me anyway. Yeah, you might say, yeah, I'm going to go for that leadership role in my company or at the job that I work at. But then what happens when you say, my manager isn't going to allow me to go for that promotion anyway? It doesn't matter if you're taking actions if they're full of doubt. And that's what we're really getting at when we talk about how doubt and confidence cannot coexist. You can't take actions fearful. You can't take, and when I say you can't take fearful actions, let me say this. There are plenty of things that you have to do scared. But even if you're doing them scared, you should still be affirming the positive to happen for you. And even when I take this conversation deeper, I think about leaders. And I think about how if you're in a leadership role and you have an employee who's interested in moving forward or moving up, if you're the type of leader that doubts other people's ability, you're not a positive leader, right? If you're the type of leader where when someone talks about doing something positive, the only thing you can truly think about is the negative in the situation, then you're not going to be the type of leader that can exist for a long time. This conversation that we're having right here, right now, is for me to empower you to remember that even if you have to take some action scared, I don't want you to doubt your ability to succeed. I don't want you to doubt your ability to be successful. I don't want you to doubt your ability to be extremely confident. I want you to start to remember again that when the doubts start to pop up in your head about whether or not you're good enough, whether or not people are going to like you, whether or not you're going to fit in a new crowd, whether or not people are going to buy your product, whether or not people are going to want service from your business, whether or not your company, your past employer is going to support you on your new business ventures. Whenever you start to think about all of these great things that you can do, when doubt starts to pop up inside of your mind, I want you to simply remember that that's just fear trying to keep you comfortable, okay? You're never going to see change living in a sense of comfortability like that. See, comfortability is such a funny word, right? You know how you want the big house or the dream house? It doesn't even have to be big. That's why I want to say dream. You know how you want the dream house or the dream car, the dream relationship, and you want all of those things because they will make you comfortable. But here's the funny thing. Yes, they will make you comfortable, but inevitably they're all gonna come with a test attached to them that will take you outside of your comfort zone. Let's say you get your dream house, and then next thing you know, you're living in your dream house in the water heater busts inside the dream house. You're not going to doubt your ability to be worthy of the dream house just because you think the water heater will bust in the future, right? Let's say you get your dream relationship that you want, right? You're not going in that relationship, you and your significant other get into a disagreement, which is the inevitable. You're not going to doubt your ability to be worthy of the dream relationship just because you know that an inevitable disagreement can come about. I don't want you to doubt your ability to create and grow your dream business, even though you know that there is a possibility that you might start the workshop, nobody might come to the workshop. You might start the workshop and you can have 10,000 people at the workshop, but then the microphone goes out, right? Don't doubt your ability to succeed based off of fear. Fear is just false evidence appearing real. I want you to know that confidence is always going to come from within, but doubt comes from within also. Doubt can stem from past family and friends and outside influences that affect you. But what happens once you cut those outside influences off? You're now left to deal with yourself. And sometimes it's easy to blame the outside influences for the way that we feel or the things that we see or where we are in life. But what happens when you've released all of those things and now those things can't control you anymore? Are you the type of woman that you can stop doubting yourself? Right? Are you the type of thought leader where you can stop doubting your abilities to be that great brain that changes the whole company, that great leader that shifts the whole department? It reminds me of when I worked in a corporate space. And I was very young in the department that I was in, but I did not doubt my ability to be able to revive the department that I worked in and bring back the morale of the company, of the department. Because when I first started working in the department, everybody was older and they were stale. And some people's opinion of me was that like I was too like rambunctious and too out there, and my personality was just too much. But see, I allowed confidence to overpower their doubts, right? And in less than 6 months, I was able to 100%, 200% boost the morale of the department. People became happy. We started striving to reach end of month goals, mid-month goals. We were making a lot more money in the department. We were having like potlucks and people were happy to work with each other. People were happy to come to work. All of this was a result of me knowing that even though other people doubted my personality or who I was as an individual, I showed up more confident, knowing that the gifts that I had of laughter, the gifts that I had of confidence, the gifts that I had of connecting and bringing people together and emerging all together, that those were stronger than the doubt that other people had of me. So, what I'm telling you is that you need to remember that your doubts and that your confidence, they cannot coexist. And if you have that great thought, if you have that great idea, if you have that push or that desire to become more, which is what I help you do even when we work together, I want you to no longer doubt that this is your sign that you should be taking radical action towards creating and growing your dream business, your life, promotion. This is your sign that doubt is no longer your friend, it's your enemy, and that confidence is your friend. And confidence is exactly what you're going to need to take your life to the next level. If this chat was amazing for you, don't forget, share this message with a friend, share this message with your business bestie, and I would love to see you at our 3-day Women Becoming More Challenge. You can find more details about the challenge link below, and I would love to see you there. It's our 3-day personal and professional confidence challenge where I help you live for all 3 days show up more confidently in your business and at your job. So until next time, thought leaders, corporate women, and entrepreneurs, I hope that you are seriously seeing that your doubt and your confidence cannot coexist. See you later.